Welcome to the California Winter League. I'm Andres Tejeda here with Josh Sperber. Palm Springs Chill versus the Canada A's today. Got a great matchup for you. The Palm Springs Chill come in. Welcome back to California Winter League action. I'm Andres Tejeda with Josh Sperber. Canada A's versus the Palm Springs Chill. Both teams at the bottom of the standings. The Chill 4-7, the A's 2-10. First pitch coming up here. Called in for a strike to start off the game.
Juan Martinez, the starter for the Chill, as you were saying, said he did some training with Aroldis Chapman back in the offseason last year, a fellow Cuban pitcher, and both just kind of marveled at how fast Chapman throw. Martinez says that it really helped add some velocity to his pitch and kind of vary the drills that he did.
Absolutely. This one is popped up to the shortstop for out number one. So quick out there on two pitches.
Now batting, the right
And that'll be
number 22,
Travis Brunson. Taking a new spot in the lineup. Usually he's around the middle and the end of the lineup, but now batting in the two-hole with that striped bat of his.
Still waiting for that other one he's got. He's got a bunch of really cool designs on his bats.
I saw that one. It's a cool one, but I know you mentioned you'd want to wait for it to be actually used on the broadcast first before we talk about what it looks like. First pitch for a strike.
Got to build some suspense here. Keep him coming back.
But yeah, I've seen it. It's a nice bat. In the dirt for ball one.
For cool bats, keep watching the California Winter League.
Oh, yes.
That's what we bring to the table here.
Martinez wipes his hands. I think he got a little dirty. I think he was actually wiping the ball off with his pants.
He's rubbing some dirt on it.
The next pitch. Low in the dirt. 2-1. And the A's have just been, it's a team that's struggled. 2-10 on the year. Next pitch inside for strike two. They're knotted up.
I would have thought that missed. That looked like it went a little too far inside.
Yeah, I would have agreed with you there. Looks a little too far in. 2-2 pitch. Swung on down the first base line and fair right past the first baseman and hang down the line. Brunson going over to two, and he'll be in there safely with a error on the first baseman.
now batting, the second baseman.
So now it'll be the second baseman.
Eddie
McCabe comes up. After the 2-2 error down to second. Now Eddie McCabe, who's also signed a contract. First pitch coming from Juan Martinez. Sets, look at second, and now fires home to McCabe. Low outside for ball one. I was saying the A's have really struggled offensively. Their last win coming about a week ago, actually more than 2 weeks ago. And that walk-off win, this one dribbled right back up to Martinez. They'll throw over to third to get the lead runner. He got him in a rundown. And they'll tag him after just the throw to third. It'll be a fielder's choice for out number two. Great heads-up play by Martinez to get the lead runner.
Now batting, the
Cade will
third
go to
baseman,
first.
number 14.
That's a good play there. Get the lead runner, get the A's out of any sort of confidence they would have to score. It'll be Chris O'Neill now. After the light tapper back to Martinez on the mound, he now toes the rubber, sets. McCabe gets his lead at first. 2 outs, top of the first, no runs here. First pitch, missing high for ball one. You were saying Martinez working out with Aroldis Chapman, and that's got to be just meeting him is an experience. 1-0, missing outside for ball 2.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of that summer where Chapman gained about 15 pounds of muscle before he came in with the Yankees, and something that we both kind of marveled at. I've only seen it from a distance, obviously. He was pitching with Chapman just right up close and personal. Got to see that 100-mile-an-hour heater, and it is a sight to behold. I've only seen it from the stands in Yankee Stadium, but getting to see that up close and personal, I can't imagine how much fun that would be.
Oh yeah, if you blink, you missed it.
You don't have to blink to miss it. That is just throwing flames for sure.
Pitch called, a strike on the check swing. It's 2-1. Martinez sets, looks over to first, now fires home inside, ball 3. I had the chance to meet Chapman once while working with the Cubs. He had this really nice Bentley with a Florida license plate that said 105 MPH.
I think that's the most Aroldis Chapman thing you could possibly say. I love that.
Next pitch, called a strike on the, basically right around the letters, and he runs it full.
O'Neill thought that was ball 4, and I will always say that trade that sent Chapman to the Cubs, the most mutually beneficial trade in any sport ever.
Absolutely.
It's looking a lot better for the Cubs since Glaber, as much as I love Glaber, has taken a bit of a downturn, but he'll be back. I have a lot of faith in Glaber Torres.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected Chapman to sign with the Cubs long term.
No.
They were there. He was there for one reason and one reason only. And while it may have been a tough way to win a championship with that, 3-run homer on the called strike 3 here at the ending, it got the job done. And so does Juan Martinez, as we'll go down to the bottom of the first here at Palm Springs Stadium.
State Farm is number
Welcome back to the California Winter League. I'm your fan of Chandler Palace will lead it off for the Chill. Defensively, the A's are set up in the outfield left to right. Rutledge in right, Ford in center, Brunson in left. Infield, Chris O'Neill at third, Paz at short, Eddie McCabe at second, Colton Kendrick at first. Behind the plate is Traeger, and on the mound for the A's is Kunimasa Suzuki. First pitch to the Chill, and Palias is sent out to right field. Losing his hat on the run is Brunson for a 1-pitch, 1-out.
That's a good way to start for Suzuki. He's struggled a little bit on the mound. Players have been able to jump on his slower pitches as a lead fastball, good breaking stuff, and Palias jumped on the heater but hit it right to Brunson out in right field.
Now it'll be A.J. Pollock. Be a rundown of the Chill's Batting order, Porter after Pollock, Jones, Swung Ji Peng at first, Xiao Pin Ho at second, Lenny Peters coming in a late substitution for the shortstop position, which would have been played by Ohira, and Bill Pearson in the DH spot and the 8 spot. Then Fisher in the 9 hole as the catcher. First pitch to Pollock misses for a ball, low and away. Suzuki coming in with a 7.52 ERA. He's got 4 losses in the 3 games started. Swung and fouled off. 1-1. Suzuki definitely trying to come back and flip the script. His first 4 games falling to losses. He didn't get a decision his last game against the Bombers. And this team's been struggling mightily. 1-1, 1 out to A.J. Pollock. Swung on down the right field line and foul out of play. Landed near the, not sure what to call it, it's just taped off. Little stands area, it's got like little caution tape. I think there's a told a hornet's nest in one of those electrical boxes that they're trying to fix up. 1-2 is the count. Suzuki sets. Pollock waits. And now Suzuki fires. Called strike inside. And that'll be strike 3. Pollock's not exactly sure. He was standing there for a while. And he was told to leave.
Now batting the left fielder.
So a strikeout for Suzuki for out number 2 after the fly out on the first pitch of his start. Now it's Blake Porter after he strikes out Pollock.
And a good start to the inning for Suzuki as well. Quick out and a good strikeout. Exactly what you want to see from your starting pitcher.
Now Porter digs in at the plate. First pitch to him. It's called for a strike right down the pipe. Porter coming in with a 375 average. Got 9 RBIs and a home run on the year. Got the shift to the right and then plays right into the shift to McCabe, who picks it up and fires to first for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Suzuki ends the first. Top of the second coming up next here at the California Winter League. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Collier Rutledge, leadoff hitter for the A's. Again, they lost in yesterday's game after a beautiful pitching performance from Joseph Scambaluri. 12 strikeouts in his six innings pitched. First pitch to Rutledge misses for ball 1. Josh, you guys had him in the broadcast yesterday in game 2. Well, that game ended off in a walk-off 3-run home run by Clifford Pratt, and this one's grounded to the second baseman, and Xiaopin Ho fired over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, really just an all-around great game. Really enjoyed having Joe in the booth as well. Good to see guys who just love baseball and are out here just to get better. Even though Joe has been signed for about a week, I believe, he's still just working hard and getting better every day. And that's the kind of stuff you love to see.
Absolutely. He said in your interview that 12 is his most recorded strikeouts at any level, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the most I've seen by one pitcher. In terms of being at a game live. I think the Cubs had a guy who had 11 or 12 this season, guy named Derek Casey. Really good pitcher, and Scamboluri just matched that with one of the best performances by a pitcher I've ever seen.
Yeah, Mitch and I had a fun time calling that game yesterday. He's currently leading all of the CWL with 38 strikeouts thanks to that 12 strikeout game yesterday. And we saw that walk-off with the Bombers against the Lumberjacks. Not the best pitching matchup we've seen, but what an ending.
Yeah. I mean, not all games are going to be pitcher's duels.
Absolutely not.
But,
it seemed like the games evened out each other with the pitching duels.
I'd say so.
But what a way to end off the game on a 3-run home run down by a run in the bottom of the 7th. And Clifford Pratt just coming up and sending the ball over the center field wall. 3-1 is the count to Colton Kendrick. Called a strike on the outside part of the plate. I know we always make a point that Kendrick has found himself in his baseball career working with some major leaguers. From his journey to make it to the big leagues, this one bounced on a hop to the second baseman, fired over to first for out number 2. So very reminiscent of the leadoff batter. It's another 4-3 putout.
Yeah, just routine plays for Xiaopin Ho. Credit there, you got to give to Juan Martinez just to do some deep contact. These guys aren't doing much with this stuff so far.
And Juan Martinez, 3.93 ERA coming in today's game. Took the loss on Wednesday against the Bombers on the 2nd. Not his best game. First pitch, fist for a ball. In 5 innings pitched, he allowed 8 hits over 6 runs. Only 3 of them were earned, but still, that's a large number to put up, and only 3 strikeouts. This one's hit into center field on the run, going back on it is Pollock, and it's going to go off the wall. It looked like it hit off the top of the wall. It'll be a stand-up double. As Walker Paz just sent that one on a line.
That's got to be one of the harder hit balls we've seen, too. Just bouncing off the wall deep in center field. He saw the pitch he wanted from Martinez and gave it a run.
Telling you, if these walls were a little smaller, we'd see a lot more home runs. A lot of balls hit it off the wall. That'll be Ford to come in. First hit for the A's today, and first hit in the ball game, coming off the bat of Walker Paz, and that stand-up double. Martinez looks at Paz, now firing home, swing and a miss. Big hack there for the first pitch of his at-bat. You know, Ford wants to put the A's up early. A's only have 2 other games after today. They get the off day tomorrow. Play on Wednesday and Thursday, and then are off on Friday. This Saturday begins the CWL playoffs with the Commissioner's Cup at 9 and the quarterfinals at 11:30 and 2 p.m. So a full day of baseball. This one's down the line and foul, just barely missing the chalk.
Yeah, that's a dangerous placement of the ball from Travius Ford. He's got the wheels to turn that into at least a double, but just trickling foul.
Third base coach and manager of the A's is trying to point out where it landed to the umpire, saying that was fair. But either way, he's going to have to come on back. 0-2 is the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Last time we had a triple header was on opening day on Friday, way back in January 21st. It's hard to believe we're already in our last full week of California Winter League action.
Oh, absolutely. Time just flies when you're calling baseball. And I know I'm enjoying myself out here. It's going to be tough to see it end next week.
This one in the dirt, check swing. He did not go 1-2. I think we're being treated to the best weather we've ever had in our almost a month here at the Cal Winter League. It's supposed to hit the 80s tomorrow and Wednesday, so it'll be nice and warm. Get out the t-shirts and shorts. Maybe bring out some sandals. Here, bring out some flip-flops or some sandals to the ballpark. Count is 1-2 to Ford. Martinez sets and fires. Swung on and missed. He got the tip of it. So it'll be a foul tip out for strike number 3 after the double hit all the way to the wall, bouncing off the wall. The A's can't bring a run across. It'll be the bottom of the second and the Chills' turn.
Get well now, Eisenhower.
Welcome back to the California Winter League. Bottom of the second coming up next. Gavin Jones to lead off the inning for the Chill. Gavin Jones this year, 364, 11 RBIs. First pitch to him, called a strike. Jones is number 2 in the leaderboards of runs batted in, just behind Jacob Cruz on the Bombers. This pitch inside, called for ball 1.
And Cruz had a lot of help from his home run power. Jones has just been a great contact guy.
Oh,
he's got pop in his bat for sure, but he's just a consistent gap-to-gap hitter. That is a very good quality to have.
In his last 10 games, he's had a hit in every game except for 4, which helps out a lot with that average. And helps out with those RBIs. He's got 2 doubles, a triple, and 9 singles. Every game he has a hit in, he also has an RBI. 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Which, you don't see that too often. You'll see guys who go like 3 for 3 without an RBI. They'll play a couple runs, but to have an RBI in every game you hit in is quite the resume. 3-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2 and the run at full. Suzuki's stats real quick. Suzuki's been lacking a little bit with his command. So here's the 3-2 pitch. This one hit up the middle. McCabe with a diving line grab for out number 1. Say give that man a contract, but he already's got one.
Give him a gold glove, though, at second base. What a play by Eddie McCabe. Got a great jump on the ball. Just laid out there. A+ for effort and a web gem in the second inning.
The A's have been playing with the shift. McCabe was basically right behind second base, coming to his left side and making a diving stop. And the A's are going to play the shift again now on the right side. Haas is right behind second base. O'Neill's in the middle of second and third. Swung-Ji Peng takes strike one.
And we haven't seen a lot of shifts coming on, but Paul Noce looking to get himself a couple more wins as A's currently sit in last place, flexing his managerial muscles here, moving the lefty shift on the last couple of lefties.
This one hit deep into right field. Back at the track and off the base of the wall. Peng is going around second to third. The ball is yet to be picked up, now fired into the infield. A stand-up triple, hitting the base of the wall out by the 350 sign. My goodness, we've seen some rockets off the bats.
It looked like it was a better his home run, and no shift is going to help that. That's just a really nice piece of hitting from Swung-Ji Peng. Connected with that almost perfectly, just missed going over the fence for a triple. It looked like that was going to carry on out of here, but I think Peng will take the stand-up triple. Now Xiaopin Ho's got a chance to drive him on the way home.
As you said, the Chill now have a chance to take a 1-0 lead here. The outfield was also playing in. He had a long way to go against the wall. The infield playing in. First pitch called for a strike.
Doesn't matter how deep he was going to play in that would not have been an easy ball to catch.
Absolutely.
Travis Brunson looking like he was trying to do his best Willie Mays impression, over the shoulder, trying to find that in the sun, but that ball was crushed.
Next pitch to Xiaopin Ho. 0-1. Outside, ball one. 1-1.
You just said it was Ho-1 because that would be perfect.
No, unfortunately, it's 1-1.
Well, now we can't say it. Xiaopin Ho-1. Now Xiaopin 1-1.
Well, if he doesn't get a hit, then he'd be 0 for 1. But this one in the dirt, 2-1. It's been a long month, Josh.
A fun one, though.
Yeah, we got, let's see, 7 more games after this one before we hit the playoffs. Again, we have the triple header on Saturday. First game starts at 9 a.m. That's the Commissioner Cup. Next pitch. Low for ball 3. After the Commissioner's Cup, we have a double, 2 games back-to-back, 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. for the first game of the quarterfinals. And to my understanding, the Commissioner's Cup is going to be between the top 2 teams in the league. They'll duke it out for the number 1 spot. This one misses for ball 4. So runners on the corners, 1 out. The Lenny Peters, late substitution for Okita, who's supposed to be playing shortstop. Peters will get the start today.
I think this is a tale of 2 shortstops on the chill here. Okita, I think, is the better hitter, but Peters has a really smooth glove over and short. Still able to get some good contact, great speed on the base paths as well. A different dimension to the lineup in Stan Clyburn's return. But Peters, a late substitution with a great chance to hit in a couple runs.
Absolutely. He has been struggling as of late, hasn't had a hit since Monday of January 24th. First pitch swinging is a foul tip for strike 1.
He's part of an emerging pipeline from Curacao. There's a lot of newer guys going into American junior colleges and D1 schools. I know a player that I was working a lot with this summer, Edmund American, also from the capital, Willemstad, that Lenny Peters hails from as well.
Yeah, a lot of international players from, I believe, 7 different countries we have here. And both of our pitchers international. Suzuki from Japan, and we mentioned Martinez from Cuba. Running down to second for the stolen base is Xiaopin Ho. He'll be safe at second. Oh, do you happen to know which city he's from? Martinez? I don't know if he's from Havana.
I don't know where in Cuba he's from. I know he lives in Hialeah, Florida, which is a very common destination for Cuban imports into the United States, but remember where exactly in Cuba he's from. I think it's close to Havana.
Everything's close to Havana in Cuba. This one swung on and missed, or apologies, fouled off. We'll do it again, 1 and 2. Always wanted to go visit Cuba. A lot of rich history there. Love the music. Oh,
Cigars. The sandwiches.
Oh, I've only had one Cuban sandwich when I was in Miami one time, but I'm sure they're better in Cuba.
Oh, I'm sure. Although I visited my cousins out in Tampa back in October. Had the best Cuban I've ever had.
Oh. 1 and 2, the count now 2 and 2. Josh is making me more hungry with this Cuban sandwich talk.
I'm always hungry, so I just pass it on. But back to baseball, Colton Traeger back behind the plate. His first game fully back. He's been DHing, but his first time in the field since that hand injury. And he's looking as good as ever behind the plate. Good block, keeping the ball out in front of him, and stopping Swanji Peng from coming on home.
2 and 2, runners at second and third, 1 out. This one hit up the middle into the shift. McCabe coming up on it, firing over to first for out number 1, but a RBI for Peters as the run comes across to score.
And both runners advancing, so just smart base running from the Chill here.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 33, Bill Pearson.
That shift wasn't on. That's a base hit up the middle all day.
Oh, yeah. But good shift from Clyburn. Good shift from Paul Nochi. And it paid off, but still a run coming home for the Chill.
It's Bill Pearson now. The Chill after today have 3 more games to play. They have one tomorrow against the Grizzly, one on Thursday and Friday, both against the Grizzly. This one goes way past for a wild pitch, and the Chill will take another run. It is now 2-0 Chill.
And not the pitch you want. Definitely don't want to give Bill Pearson a lot to hit. A guy with a big power in that right-handed batter's box, but that one just missing low and inside, allowing a run home after a pretty well-pitched inning from Suzuki. That's a bit of a setback.
1 and 2 the count, no one on. 2 outs to wild Bill Pearson. Check swing. They're going to call it a strike either way. I'm not sure he went around, but still a strike nonetheless.
It looked like that breaking ball did catch the outside corner right at the knees of Pearson as well. So a good pitch from Suzuki, getting himself back on track after the wild pitch.
1 and 1. So Pearson, he hits this one straight up in the air. Traeger looking for it, camping underneath it, and foul as it bounces right into the batter's box where Bill was at.
It's not an easy one to read. A guy with Bill Pearson's power is going to hit big league pop-ups, and that certainly had the height of one, just going almost directly behind where Pearson was standing.
Yeah, absolutely. That ball had a hang time, I would say about 8-9 seconds. That one was hanging up there for a long time.
I have a beard now, waiting for it. That's how long it was up there.
1 and 2 now after the foul ball from Pearson. Suzuki pauses, now fires. Outside, missing for ball 2. And if run it 2 and 2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning.
And it looked like for a second there the umpire was going to call that strike 3. We've seen a lot of those delayed strike 3 calls, but not the case. And I think the right call. That looked a bit low.
2 and 2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not.
That was wrist did not break. Bat barely moved. Pearson held up, wanted to swing for that pitch, but it would have been a bit too far front of a reach.
That was, if he did make that swing, that was more of a survival swing, trying to hit that ball foul. 3 and 2. Shift is on. Three fielders on the left side of the field. This one bounces for ball 4. So Pearson will get a walk on 2 outs. Devon Fisher coming up for the Chill.
Devon Fisher.
Fisher, a really highly regarded catching prospect, turned to and back from a pitcher in the Red Sox system where he was for about 4 seasons. And trying to make his way back here out in the California Winter League. Solid job at the plate, good defensive catcher as well. Really well-rounded as he's been the Chill primary catcher.
First pitch to Fisher on the way. Well, it's called. Sorry, I was a little lost for words on that call.
Looked like it was right down the pipe.
That's what I thought.
Another pitch missing from Suzuki, having trouble closing out this inning.
Maybe I should enroll in that umpire school and take my hand at umpiring. I haven't done it in a few years. 1-0. Next pitch. And that's called a strike. 1-1. Funny enough, I did get an email from my former boss when I used to umpire, asking me if I'd be available this season. I'm not even too sure if I can say yes yet. I will say umpiring is fun, especially at the Little League level. This one's hit off the end of the bat, down the line, and foul down the right field line. 1-2.
Fisher trying to go the opposite way there. Got a little bit too far underneath that baseball. And I think he was a little out in front of it as well. Or a little behind it maybe. But another foul ball. Good at bat so far for Fisher.
Fisher actually doing not too bad with the bat. 250 in the average. Got 3 RBIs. Came across to score 6 times. 1-2, 2 outs, runner at first. This one hit up the middle, up past a diving shortstop in Walker Paz. And Bill Pearson's on his horse going to third. And Fisher thought about going to second, but it'll just be the single up the middle past Walker Paz, who made a great effort to dive at it.
Almost an incredible play at short from Walker Paz, but too hard hit, just right to the left of the shortstop. Really good piece of hitting from Fisher, fighting through that at bat on a 2-strike count. That's not easy to do. Really well hit, and Chandler Pallias is up to give the Chill another chance.
Pallias 0-1 today. 0-4-1. First pitch to him, called a strike. Pallias flew out to the right fielder's first time up, first pitch swinging. First pitch he sees here, he takes for strike 1. Chill lead it 2-0 here on only 1 hit and 1 error on the inning. This pitch drilled into right field. Back on it is Brunson. He's going back the wall. He's made it right at the warning track for a loud out number 3. So Pallias doing what he did in the first inning, flying out to the right fielder for out number 3. We'll be back with more California Winter League baseball here on YouTube at Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Going back to work is Juan Martinez. We talked about all the international players from around the world here at the California Winter League. 6 or 7 countries represented. Canada, Cuba, Curacao, Japan, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, and Taiwan.
An international affair here in Palm Springs for the Cal Winter League. It's a league that's growing every year since its inception in 2010, and it's clear to see why. A lot of talent here and a lot of guys getting signed to pro contract.
First pitch called a strike on the outside part of the plate as Connor Donahue digs in. His first at-bat here in the game. Called a strike, or a strike 2. I gotta ask him where he got that bat. That bat is bright orange.
Maybe Sasquatch again. Maybe even Gavin Brunson have the same connect.
Oh, my orange is my favorite color, so I want to know where he got it. This one's hit foul down into the, I'd say the concession eating area.
Easy way to get some free popcorn. Right
Oh
there.
yeah. Got a baseball up here, actually. I might have to go and redeem it.
Not if I do first.
0-2 count. Swung on foul. Look out, A's. This one hit right off of the front fence of the dugout. We'll do it again. 0-2. It amazes me how the ball players sit on the outside part of the fence as opposed to in the dugout. I will say these dugouts are literal trenches. They're deep in the ground, literally dug out. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, so Martinez gets another strikeout. And Colton Traeger will come up next.
Now batting the catcher, number 33, Colton Traeger.
Juan Martinez. Solid outing so far, just 1 hit given up. And that's his 3rd strikeout, 2nd in a row.
Traeger flew out to the shortstop his last time, right around the edge of the infield and outfield lip. First pitch to him. Swung on, down the line, and foul for strike 1. Martinez gets a new ball. Wipes his arms again. Stepping off now. He's not even sure what he's looking at here. He takes his hat off and looks like he's talking to somebody. Now he's looking at his left fielder. The left fielder went for that foul ball. Give him some time. Again, that only player on the chill to have a hat that matches the jersey. This one falls in for ball 1. I think you told me that he did, in fact, buy it from the merchandise stand?
He did. He got the last one. He's like, yep, that's mine.
It brings the jersey, the uniform all together. This one misses for ball 2, 2-1.
Really nice curveball there from Martinez. A 12-6 drop, breaks late. Beautiful pitch, but just ran a little bit inside on Traeger.
2-1 the count. Swung on and fouled right next to, I think that's JJ down there.
Stan Clyburn
Stan
coming
Clyburn.
back from week-long fantasy camp with the Twins.
Oh, gotta ask him how that went.
Said it was pretty good, just long. You know. Those fantasy camps can take a lot out of you, especially when he's obviously very involved with the guys on the field, and still is here with the Chill.
2-2 count. Swung on into right field, looking at it, and chasing it down is Palias, and he camps underneath it for out number 2.
Just a little bit behind that. Good contact from Traeger there, but the timing was slightly off. And he just flew it right into his mouth.
So that'll be Tavis Brunson. He reached on an error on a ground ball, a hard hit ground ball that went underneath the glove of first baseman Swung Ji Peng. Pitch outside for ball 1, and we were talking about all the international stars coming out here. Swung Ji Peng coming out from Taiwan. The second baseman also Xiaopin Ho coming in from Taiwan. This one hit into deep right field. Camping underneath it is Palias again for out number 3. So this one goes down fairly quickly. No runs, no hits, no errors on only 12 pitches here in the middle of the third. Coming to you now in the bottom of the third here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the California Winter League. The A.J. Pollock to lead off the inning. He struck out his first time looking. 0-1. Suzuki back on the mound here in the third inning. Suzuki so far only allowing 2 hits on those 2 runs, both of them earned. Only 1 strikeout and 2 walks thus far. First pitch misses for ball 1 on the inside part of the plate. A.J. Pollock. Suzuki already set to go, but then steps off and resets. Looking for a sign in, now finally setting. And firing home. Low and outside. That ball bounces in the dirt for ball 2. Kunimasa Suzuki, one of 8 from Japan that came out to the California Winter League. He's from Gifu, Japan. His counterpart, Asaya Fukuda, who's also on this team from Kanagawa, Japan. Next pitch misses for ball 3 in the dirt. Pollock sure will be taking the next pitch here. Suzuki sets. The shift is on to the left side of the field. 3 infielders. McCabe right up the middle. As this one is now going to go in the dirt for ball 4. A leadoff walk on 4 pitches to A.J. Pollock.
Now batting the left fielder,
called.
number 11, Blake Porter.
And I thought Traeger might have wanted to go talk to Suzuki, but he'll stick around behind the plate. The Blake Porter is also 0 for 1. Rounded out to second base. So that 4-3 putout for the final out of the first inning. Runner on first after the 4-pitch walk. Nobody out. Checking on him at first is Suzuki, but he'll be safe on the attempted pickoff throw. Not Suzuki's best move, but just keeping an eye on him. Suzuki sets. Looks over to first now. Firing home goes Pollock. Picking up and tossing on a second is Traeger, but Pollock just gets in. Very close throw at second.
Another good jump from A.J. Pollock. Really, every team has been most guys that have run have been so good at getting the jumps on the pitchers, really timing up their run towards the next base well with the pitcher's windup.
1-0 count to Porter. Another attempted steal here, and he'll be safe as he rolls over on his back. Incredible. He got an early jump before Suzuki even was able to throw the pitch. He was halfway down the line.
That was even better of a jump than that steal of second base. Great base running in this at-bat from A.J. Pollock.
Give him 2 stolen bases on the day so far after walking on 4 pitches. Sure, he would like to have done something with the bat, but instead he makes opportunities for himself on the base paths. 2-0 to Porter. Missing low. That is the 7th consecutive ball that Suzuki has thrown, and fortunately we've seen this exact same thing happen before in one of Suzuki's outings. Struggling to find the plate. Suzuki takes a deep breath now, finally setting. Pitch to Porter. On the way. This one swung down the line and fair, about a foot in from the right field line. A run will score. Porter going over to second, standing up with a stand-up double.
And Blake Porter has been so consistent from the plate. And doing it again right here, delivering for the A's. Great power to his pull side, right down the line. Nothing you can do about that.
Now the Chill take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third, thanks to the RBI double from Blake Porter. So after 7 consecutive pitches that were called balls, the first pitch down the pipe that he saw, he drove it down the line. Made some progress for the Chill. Now be Gavin Jones, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 as well. He lined out to Eddie McCabe with that great diving catch. The next pitch also misses for ball 1. After 9 pitches, 8 of them have been called for ball. Next pitch. Ball 2.
And Suzuki's been hammered whenever he's put a pitch in the strike zone. I don't want to say he's pitching around guys, but definitely a lot more cautious against this powerful Chill lineup.
Absolutely. The thing is, he's not even missing close, which is the problem. 2-0, Gavin Jones. This one hit down the line and foul. Just about 6 inches off to the left side of the third base line. Jones is not just sitting back there. He is actively looking for a pitch he can handle, and that was one he definitely could. Just hit a little foul, almost reminiscent of Porter's hit down the first base line. Porter dancing around second, shift on the left side of the field. This pitch misses outside, ball 3. Punches inside.
And that was really close to getting in there. I just love those 12-6 benders that we've seen so often from these pitchers. Just missing on the inside corner there.
3-1. Runner on second. No outs. The Chill lead at 3-0. Porter thinking about taking off. This one hit now into left field on a hop. The throw home. It'll keep the runner from third and Porter from scoring, but a single for Gavin Jones.
And that's just a great throw from Collier Rutledge to keep both runners on their respective bases.
Number 1.
Porter looked like he was ready to go on home, and Jones looked like he was headed for second, but a great throw right down the third base line. A little out in front of the plate, but getting the job done in left is Collier Rutledge.
Now batting for the Chill. Now you got scoring started is Swang Ji Ping. He had that triple in the second inning after Gavin Jones had that liner to the second baseman. He would also score the opening run for the Chill. Has a chance to get him some RBIs here. First pitch missing outside. That one was a little bit closer. This one gets past the pitcher, firing home. No, he won't. It'll be a check throw And Porter will come in on the miscue. So it'll be an error on the pitcher. He did not make the catch on the throw back from the catcher. And good heads-up play by Porter to come in and score.
It's not something you see every day, just a little mistake, and those little mistakes have just added up for the A's so far this season. And Colton Traeger out to talk to his pitcher just to kind of calm things down, get his head back on the hitter. A dangerous one in Swanji Pang. He's been swinging the bat really hot as of late.
It looks like Suzuki's taking some time to himself right now as Traeger giving some words of advice just based off of his hand motions. You can tell he's like, you gotta, keep it going, but also take your time. So the catcher's doing a lot of action up there. 1-0 is the count. Runner on first and Jones as the run came across to score on the error. The Chill now lead at 4-0. First pitch, pickoff attempt at first after the pitch out. Nothing happening there. Jones is in there safely. Two and 0. We've seen a lot of pickoff attempts from the catcher. A couple of them have actually gone for outs. Good heads-up play there, just not in time to Jones. 2-0, runner on first, no outs. Attempting to steal is Jones, and he does successfully on the, I would assume, another pickout. Give Jones the stolen base.
Yeah, I'm surprised Traeger didn't fire that throw. I don't know if that pitch out was on purpose or not, but that was effectively a pitch out, and it looked like Traeger would have had a good beat on the runner, but he just didn't get the ball out of his glove in time to make the toss.
Yeah, Traeger pounced out of his squat. Thought he would have at least tried to make the throw. Nonetheless, 3-0 pitch. This one hit into right field. Going back on it is Brunson. He camps underneath it. Tagging from second is Jones. And the runner will advance for the first out of the inning.
And Swanji Pang hit that really similarly to how that triple was, just a towering fly ball into right. But this one just didn't get as much on it. Brunson able to settle under and make the routine catch.
Chow Pin Ho coming up next. He walked his first time around and then came around to score as a stolen base, advanced to third on the ground out, and then scored on a wild pitch for the second run of the game. Suzuki looking to get his second out here with a runner on third. Third baseman is playing around the lip of the infield grass. First pitch outside for ball one. And Suzuki's just been really struggling here. Less than 50% of his pitches have been called for strikes. At 56 pitches here. 1-0. This one hit into the gap in left center field, going back on it at the wall, and it's gone! A two-run homer for Xiaopin Ho. That one just nearly scraped over the wall.
And that just looks like a lot of these balls have off the bat. These home runs, we haven't seen a lot of no-doubters. It's just really been balls that are hit really well. And just keep on carrying the Chill. Scoring it on there. 4 runs home in the third. Still just 1 out.
With that home run, that takes a 6-0 lead. That clears the bases. So Suzuki still having to work for that second out. Lenny Peters, he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch. Swung on into left field, right at Rutledge. He camps underneath it for out number 2 on the first pitch.
Rolling it.
And they're going to roll the inning over here in the bottom of the third. Give you a inning summary. 4 runs, 3 hits on 1 error on 20 pitches from Suzuki. We have McCabe, O'Neill, and Rutledge coming up next here at the California Winter League. Welcome back to the California Winter League. After a rolled over inning, just 2 outs, the Chills score 4 runs in the bottom of the third to take a 6-0 lead. First pitch. This one swung out into center field on the first pitch to Pollock. Or positive first pitch to McCabe. Pollock underneath it for out number 1.
Routine play for Pollock, and I really can't praise his routes in center field enough. He just is so effortless when it comes to tracking the ball off the bat. One of the better fielding outfielders so far in this league this season.
I'd love to see if, obviously we're dreaming here, but if we had like a stat track and see his paths to the ball, see the efficiency of his routes,
yeah.
I think you're right. He and I think Fukuda have some of the best plays out in center field, and they've just been putting on a show this entire month.
Fukuda just has a lot of highlight plays.
Oh, absolutely.
He hasn't really needed to make a lot of the sliding grabs. I think he's had 1 or 2, but he just makes it look so easy out in center field.
I think he's missed 1 diving catch since I've seen him out here. 1-0 to Chris O'Neill. This one inside. This is for ball 2. O'Neill struck out his first time in the first inning on 6 pitches. This one bouncing for ball 3 on the outside part of the plate, and Martinez has yet to throw a strike in the inning. Now sets, getting back to work to Chris O'Neill, firing the 3-0 pitch. This one falls in for a strike. Nothing fancy there, just a solid fastball. 3-1 the count. That one hits the same spot, and he's worked it back to a full count. Martinez going down 3-0, now coming back 3-2.
Great just poise on the mound from Martinez there. A lot of pitchers getting in their own heads when they get behind 3-0, but Martinez calmly just tossing strikes.
This one hit down the third baseline, picked up by the third baseman, and Jones, and firing over to Peng for out number 2.
Another reason that Gavin Jones is such a highly regarded player at third base is his fielding skills. The bat we've seen already today, especially, but he has such a great arm at third base and makes those cross-field throws look so effortless.
Oh, yeah. And, when you're playing that hot corner, you got to be able to throw over across the diamond here. As this one falls in for a strike, a delayed call, but I think still the right call.
Absolutely.
Collier Rutledge, he grounded out his first time.
Martinez has one of the better curves in the league, and they're just slipped out of his hands and plunked Rutledge.
Broadcaster's curse right there.
Oh, yeah.
You praise something, and the one time that you're talking about it, it goes wrong. But that's not to say that he doesn't have a good curveball. Just that one slipped out.
A little bit of sweeping action, mostly just a late break and a heavy drop on that curve. But that time, rode it a little too inside and dropped right onto Collier Rutledge's shoulder.
Martinez crossing the half-century point with that last pitch. At 51, will take on Colton Traeger. Playing first base, he also grounded out to the second baseman. This one right back to first. Instead of going for the force out, he'll just take it over to first for out number 3. So a quick inning after the hits batsman. Go to the top or the bottom of the 4th. Chill lead at 6-0. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Leading off for the Chill is Wild Bill Pearson.
He told you to call him.
No, actually, I found that watching some of his clips from the Savannah Bananas. That's what they call him out there.
I know.
Wild Bill.
He loves that nickname. Bill the Thrill, Wild Bill. He's a fan.
Pitch misses low, ball 1. Bill walked his first time up, 0 for 0. Made it all the way down to third. Next pitch was missing for a ball. Moved to third on a single by Fisher that went all the way to the wall. On his horse rounding second. Next pitch, check swing. I don't think he went around, but it's still called a strike. 2-1.
May have broken his wrist there. Pearson not complaining with that, just a little frustrated with himself. He's a guy with a lot of pride in his hitting ability. Expects to just rip balls whenever he sees them come to the plate.
This one bouncing in front of the plate. That pitch broke really early. Just in front of the batter's chalk there in the left-handed batter's box, right in the front part. 3-1 to Bill Pearson. He's the designated hitter today. This one in the dirt for ball 4, so he'll walk for his second time down to first base.
And we talk a lot about guys improving day in and day out. That at-bats, the last 2 at-bats from Pearson is an example of how he is for sure, because he is a guy that has a very aggressive approach at the plate, but we saw a lot more patience from him in these last 2 at-bats. So Pearson really improving his ability at the plate, not just hitting, but just waiting for the right pitch instead of trying to swing at everything.
First pitch to Fisher misses for a ball. He had the single. It was 1 for 1. Now he gets hit by a pitch. Others will advance to first and second. Suzuki still struggling here on the mound.
And surprisingly, no one going in the 8th bullpen right now. Suzuki looking like he's going to finish this inning out.
currently at 66 pitches. And the strike percentage goes down to 45%. He came in the inning with an even 50% with 29 balls and strikes thrown, but he's already struggling walking the first guy and hitting the second. Next pitch is the first pitch to Chandler Pallies, and that falls in for a strike. On the other side, Juan Martinez pitching 61% of his pitches for strikes. He's at 52 pitches after 4 innings of work.
And I know Martinez is a guy who prefers to come out of the pen, but has a great start going here.
This one hit deep at the wall, but Brunson underneath it. Tagging at second is Bill Pearson, and he'll advance to third on the flyout. Brunson having a lot of work out there in right. So that's his fourth or fifth putout.
Number 29, A.J. Pollock.
That's his fourth one. Pallies has flown out to right field in every at-bat.
He is a lefty. That's where you're going to see a lot of balls from lefties go on that pull side. But Pallies hitting the ball really well, just hitting it pretty close to the right fielders. Brunson making that one look easy.
Identical at-bats across the board for Pallies. He swung on the first pitch of the game and flew out to right field. Then took strike one and then took the next pitch out to right field. Did the same thing in this at-bat. A.J. Pollock, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He walked, has 2 stolen bases in his last at-bat, and then came home to score for the third run. He has runners at third and first with 1 out. This pitch missing outside for ball 1. I'm sure he would like to add some more RBIs and get himself another base knock here. Or going right back out to center field. The next pitch swung on, hit into right field. This one also a high fly ball. Caught by the right fielder in Brunson. The throw home won't be in time as Bill Pearson will tag up and score the 7th run for the Chill.
And that's something you can expect when the ball is hit like that. Good base running from Pearson. Pollock did the job. Good enough for a run for the Chill, who have put at least 1 home in each of the past 3 innings.
So it'll be a sac fly for A.J. Pollock. Fisher stays at first. He did not advance on it. 2 outs. It'll be Blake Porter. First pitch missed outside for ball 1. Porter 1 for 2. He has a round out, and then he had the double in the last inning. Came around to score as well. 2-0 is the count. Runner on first, 2 outs. Next pitch. This one hammered down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, but it looks like it's going to go foul. That was a moonshot. I lost the ball in the air.
Yeah, that ball just might have exploded on contact with the bat. Porter absolutely crushed that baseball, but a little out in front of it. Got a little too wide-eyed when he saw that heat from Suzuki and just hammered it foul.
He waits a little longer, just like maybe a second or two. That's a home run. This one hit into left field off the end of the bat, and Rutledge will camp underneath it for out number 3. So a run comes across to score on the sac fly by Pollock. One run, no hits and no errors on 17 pitches. Paz, Ford, and Donahue up next for the A's here at the California Winter League. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Top of the fifth here. Walker Paz leading off in the 7th spot for the A's. He had the double, the only hit for the A's thus far. First pitch coming in, missing outside as Martinez is back on the mound for more action.
Unsurprisingly, he's staying in this game. Just one hit allowed over these first 4 frames, and has had himself 3 strikeouts as well.
1-1 is the count. He's only at 54 pitches, so working pretty well here. He might go, I'd say, maybe to a 6th inning, depending on how this inning goes for him. Check swing. Did he go? There's an appeal. He did not go, says the first base umpire.
Pretty easy call. Is action in both bullpens now. Hokuto Kanai warming up for the Chill, and Kyle Armsworthy warming up for the A's. A couple of sidewinders.
2-1 pitch. This one hit down into right field, hooking on the line, and foul. So that one missed foul by maybe an inch or 2.
Pretty similar to that Porter shot that we saw in the last inning. Really hard hit ball from Paz, but a little out in front of it, so it just kept on tailing towards that foul line and landed in the dirt behind the bullpen.
Those are always the toughest. The amount of times I've hit good balls down the line and they go foul, and I have to make that awkward walk back from like halfway down, first and second. It's so tough. 2-2 pitch. You got him swinging on the curveball. And as you said earlier, he's got that one working.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen Martinez's curveball look. Some late break, a heavy 12-6 drop. And it looks so appetizing because it looks like it's going to stay up in the zone. Then at the last second, the bottom falls out. Paz couldn't catch up with it. Great pitch from Martinez for the punch-out.
Martinez is only his 3rd game he started. He's 2-3. 2-3 record. This is his best start we've seen from him. Next pitch swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 1. And you said he's got the 3 strikeouts, only the 1 hit in 4 innings work. He's a strong ground ball guy. Although today he's got 4 ground nets and 4 flyouts. First pitch strike to 8 of the 15 batters he's faced. To make that 9 of the first 16 with the first pitch strike here. 0-1. Next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. That fastball is picking up now.
And Martinez looking really strong to start out this inning. Keeps the hitters guessing with his pitchers, hitting his spots, exactly what you want to see. And it seems like he's just improving as the game is going on.
0-2 count, 1 out, no one on. Martinez sets and waiting. Now firing home to Ford. Got him swinging on 3 pitches for out number 2.
2 straight strikeouts for Juan Martinez. And there he had Ford guessing just the entire way. Ended up throwing a breaking ball outside the zone, got him to go fishing.
That's his 5th strikeout. 63% of the 60 pitches he's thrown have fallen for strikes. And that'll help when you have a 3-pitch strikeout right there. Now we Donahue with the bright orange bat. First pitch to him. Falls in for a called strike 1.
Martinez just pounding the strike zone in this inning. First pitch strikes to every hitter. Had that hard contact with the foul ball from Paz, but he has got his stuff working better than we've seen it so far.
Curveball misses high. As you said, first pitch strikes. He's got 7 strikes and only 3 missing the zone thus far in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Be a quick inning here. It'll be his first 1-2-3 inning outside of the 3rd inning, where you got the strikeout looking and the 2 flyouts to right field from Traeger and Brunson. Looking to strike out the side here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got him swinging to strike out the side. A perfect 1-2-3 inning here for Juan Martinez. And now it'll be the bottom of the 5th coming up next for the Chill. They lead it 7-0. Welcome back to the California Winter League, a brand new defensive layout for the A's. Kimbrough in left, Fukuda in center, Pazano in right. First pitch from Armsworthy, the new pitcher, misses for ball 1 to Gavin Jones. Infield, it's Pernell Chaplin at third, Aaron Ushery at short, Antonio Carter at second, and Travis McFarland at first. Next pitch from Armsworthy is a ball 2. Behind the plate, Joshua Hines in his second appearance here with the A's. Johns now, he had a single and lined out to the second baseman at the time, which was McCabe. Called a strike. It's 2-2. Next pitch. Outside for ball 3. Three-two is the count. This one popped up and foul right in front of us. Right behind us, actually.
I almost had it.
Sure you did. We'll do it one more time. 3-2. This one swung on into right center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Fukuda has it, firing it in. And that's the 7th hit. Or apologies, the 6th hit for the Chill.
And 2 straight singles for Gavin Jones, just barreling up on these baseballs.
Hitting the ball
really well.
Vince Garcia.
Probably Vince Garcia. He'll come in for Swang Ji Peng, taking over at first base. First pitch he looks at is a swinging strike. Vince Garcia at first in your lineup card. This one rounded down to third to Purnell Chaplin. Instead of going to two, he'll go only to first for the out number one. A ground ball, mark it 5-3, as Jones will advance to second.
Second baseman, number 13, Xiao Pin Ho.
Xiao Pin Ho, he's 1 for 1.
A loud hit number one, though, that home run in his
Absolutely.
last at bat, a 2-run blast out to left center field.
This one now hit up to the shortstop. It gets past Ushery as Jones is going to advance to third. It'll be a single for Xiao Pin Ho. He's now 2 for 2.
Now batting the
Swinging the bat
shortstop,
really well
number
lately.
3,
Didn't have the
Peter.
best start to the season, but these last couple of games, he's been barreling the ball well. 2 for 3 in his last game, 2 for 2 with a walk so far tonight.
Lenny Peters now, he's 0 for 2. He grounded up the middle to the second baseman on the shift, then flew out to the left fielder. Looking to get an RBI here and a base hit. This one's foul. Josh, it's out to you. So close. So it'll be a foul ball for strike one. Okay, I think if it came any closer to us, it would have knocked that laptop out of your area right there.
Well, and I'm glad it didn't, because this isn't my laptop.
This one hit up the middle to Ushery, turning it 6-4-3. Double play to get out of the inning with no runs across. As Armsworthy gets out of the inning. Top of the sixth coming up next. She'll lead it still 7-0. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Messiah Fukuda will hit his first at-bat here.
Top of the order and a brand new lineup for the A's.
Absolutely. First pitch, called a strike from Martinez as he goes right back to work here in the top of the sixth. Don't think we'll see him have a complete game. We've only seen pitchers go about 6 innings. This one down to first base, and Garcia picks it up, firing over to Martinez, but Fukuda with the wheels with the infield single.
Just great base running from Fukuda. Garcia kind of put in a difficult position there, because flipping to the pitcher was risky, but so was running it on the bag. Not much he could do with Fukuda showing off the wheels.
How often do you hear an infield single on a hit to the first baseman?
This might be a first, honestly.
So there's the second hit for the A's. It's Fukuda, and with the wheels, fouled it off. Is Adrian Pazano in his first at-bat here in the game. Pazano, average of 0.56. He's only got the one hit all the way back on Sunday, January 23rd. Other than that, he's got a walk, and he's been a really tough strikeout victim as it's a 6-4-3. Got him on the double play, looking for the hit, but he couldn't get there. And Pazano is speechless, but what a grab by Garcia to pick it out of the dirt and keep his foot on the bag.
I think that's definitely the right call. Just a great pick over at first base from Vince Garcia, saving what would have been leaving a runner on first base. I always want to cross off all the runners, and they did that. Martinez inducing some weak contact, and Garcia making a great play in the field.
We pronounce Chaplin now. Chaplin probably the best hitter here on the A's. He's got the 350 average, 3 RBIs. First pitch misses for a ball. Next pitch called a strike. 1-1. Martinez. Pitch number 71. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Strike 2, 1-2. Aaron Ushery is on deck. They'll at least get a chance to bat in the top of the 7th if Cornell Chaplin can't get some 2-out magic here. Next pitch. This one hit up to the second baseman in Lenos. He fires over to first for out number 3. So after the double play and now the put out 4-3, no hits or no runs on the one hit by Vacuda on the infield single on 8 pitches for Martinez. Bottom of the 6th coming up next. Bill Pearson leading it off for us. Welcome back to the California Winter League. So Bill Pearson's day will be done, and it'll be Van Wygert to be the new DH as he steps into the plate. Facing Armsworthy as he goes in for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch, swung and fouled. For strike 1. Armsworthy thus far as he gets him swinging for strike 2. It's an ERA of 9 in 11 2/3 innings pitched. He has 8 strikeouts. He has a win and a loss on the season. 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball 1.
A double play looks like it brought up the confidence of Armsworthy.
Absolutely it did.
He's just looks like he's throwing a little bit harder, more zip on that heater here in the 6th inning.
That pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the 6th inning to the leadoff hitter and new entrance in Van Weigerden. This one bounced in front of the plate. Catching it in foul territory is Hines. It's a tough play because it looked like it was hit into fair territory, but Hines was still in foul territory when he picked it up.
I think that definitely bounced in the dirt behind the plate. I think it's the right call by the home plate umpire there, but Hines still playing heads-up baseball, just making sure he's got all his I's dotted and T's crossed in case that was ruled a fair ball.
Ball 3, he's run it full 3-2. Van Weigerden still looking for his first hit here in the California Winter League. He only has a run and 8 at-bats, and he got him swinging for a strikeout for the first out of the inning. I believe that's his first strikeout of the game.
It is Armsworthy. Did a great job in that at-bat. Didn't get discouraged when the count ran full. Kept hitting his spots, kept focusing on the plate and executing exceptionally well.
The Donahue. He comes in for Fisher. This one's hit up the middle on the first pitch he sees. Actually, apologize, that is Fisher. He'll go 2 for 2 with a single up the middle.
That's just good execution every time you want to see someone hit the ball right up the middle. He certainly did there. And I see Juan Martinez walking around in the stands, so his day should be done. Hokuto Kanai is back in the Chill bullpen, and he will likely be coming in for the Cuban after he earned what should be a victory, as long as the Chill can hold on. But great pitching from Juan Martinez.
As much as the A's have struggled, we have seen them come back with 9 runs in the 6th inning at one point, so it's not out of their character to come back from a large deficit. It's just unlikely that it would happen. 1 ball, no strikes. This one swung on and hit into left field. Underneath it is Kimbrough for out number 2.
And that looks like the same kind of swing we've seen from Callies. He's kept it consistent at the plate, this time going the other way with it. But 4 flyouts for him. Doesn't look great on the box score, but he did well in the batter's box. Timed up his swing well, made good contact, but just every time seemed to hit it right to one of the corner outfielders.
And that'll be Pollock. Ball in the dirt for ball 1 with 2 outs, and still on first is Devon Fisher. The next pitch. Inside, just missing ball 2. Kyle Armsworthy just 1 pitch away here from getting out of the inning. Just a ground ball here would help him out, but he'll take a swing and a miss for strike 1, 2-1. No real lead from Devon Fisher at first, but Armsworthy taking a peek over there. As Armsworthy has that crouch, almost kind of reminiscent of this one misses for ball 3, but kind of reminds me of Craig Kimbrell a little bit. He doesn't have the arm hang, but he does squat on the mound like Kimbrell. He's got the hunch over. His arm does hang, but it's not out. It's just straight down. It's 3-1 now. Swung on and missed. Looked like it may have touched the bat, but still strike 2 nonetheless. 3-2 count, 2 outs, assuming Fisher will be running on the pitch. Armsworthy looking for his sign. Fisher looking at the longer lead, and it'll be ball 4 way outside. Runners now on first and second, and Blake Porter coming up next.
Now batting the left fielder, number 11.
Where they just kind of lost Pollock at the end of the at-bat there. Good patience from the Chill center fielder in the box, and now a dangerous hitter is coming up in a good spot. 2 runners on, and a good chance for the Chill to extend their lead.
First pitch outside and wide, outside of the right-handed batter's box. as Hines had to jump out of the catcher spot. Ball one. Runners on first and second. Fisher at second. Pollock at first. Next pitch swinging and missing for strike one. Porter's 1 for 3. He has the single. Actually, it's just the double. Apologies, looking at the wrong batter. He's got a double. Grounded out to the second baseman, then flew out to left field as this one's called inside for ball 2. 2-1.
Sorry, Andre. Porter's a guy I'm surprised hasn't signed anywhere yet. Solid glove in the outfield and a really strong bat.
He flies out just over the head. Apologies, he did not fly out. Right over Kimbrough's head. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. He's going to find his way at third base. So an error on the left fielder in Kimbrough. But he ends up at third base as our scorekeepers are deliberating here. They're going to give him the triple.
Not directly to the outfielder. It looks like Rutledge misjudged where that ball was going. A borderline pitch, but I think that's a triple from Porter. Well hit, far enough behind the A's left fielder that you gotta give him that.
Next pitch to Gavin Jones, or apologies, the first pitch to Gavin Jones misses for ball 1. Jones is 2 for 3. He's got the singles in both the third and fifth inning as he takes ball 2 low. His first at bat, he lined out to the diving Eddie McCabe at second base. This one hit out into right field. Underneath it is Pazano for out number 3. So 2 more runs come across to score on the triple from Blake Porter. And the Chill lead at 9-0. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Top of the 7th, last chance for the A's to have anything happen for them here. The Aaron Ushery to lead it off for the A's. This one right back to Hakuto Kanai, who just came into the game. First pitch, and he's out on the hard contact. We're out number 1. That's how you want to start the final inning of play. Tonight puts him out. They mark that 1-3.
Travis
Just
McFarland.
passing 1 hour and 46 minutes here in the game. It's been moving pretty fast. Kudo Kanai comes in. An ERA of 2.86 as he swings and misses. That's McFarland, his first at-bat. Kanai has a save. Has yet not started a game. The most innings he's pitched is 2 innings, but he'll look to close out the game here as he misses this one 1-1. Kanai has allowed no runs to score in his last 3 outings. This one's popped up into foul territory, running after it, but just out of play. It'll be a foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, nearing the second out of the inning here is Kanai. Should things go smoothly here, Juan Martinez would get the win. He finishes with 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, and 6 strikeouts, no runs earned. This one's fouled off the end of the bat. They'll do it one more time, 1-2. I would say probably Juan Martinez's best start in the Cal Winter League today.
Oh, absolutely. This is up there with some of the best starts that we've seen. The strikeout numbers might not be eye-popping, but still solid from Martinez in terms of those stats that just you want to see on the page there. But just limiting the hard contact from his opponents, Martinez did his job exceptionally well. Just 2 hits and 6 strikeouts, a really solid overall game, as he also put over 50% of his pitches in for strikes.
Yeah, 66% of his pitches, of those 72 pitches, were for strikes, and he gets him swinging for McFarland to go down on strikes. So 2 outs here, 1 out away from ending the game. It'll be up to
Number 10.
Yard Kimbrough.
Yard Kimbrough.
Yard Kimbrough. The final chance for the A's here. Batting .316, 1 RBI. All of his hits have been singles. First pitch called a strike. It's 0-1. Losing pitcher would be Kunimasa Suzuki, and unfortunately this one, I was going to say unfortunately it would be a loss for him, but this one hit up the middle, can't handle it as Pollock. Very uncharacteristic, and he'll reach second on a single and an error in on the throw. So the line drive will go for the single to Pollock. Kimbrough will advance on the fielding error on Pollock.
And that's something you see a lot from Pollock. He's usually pretty sure-handed out in center field, but the end of the game just slipped a little bit there. And Kanai is going to try and limit any other damage being done as Carter fouls that one back.
So that's the first hit allowed in his last 3 innings of work. The last time he allowed any hit was back on January 29th when he came into relief. Still 1 out away here. Got him swinging for strike 2.
And this is what you like to see when a pitcher gives up a hit. Just attacking the zone. Immediately going after the next hitter up with a runner on base. Doesn't matter if the score is 7-7 or 7-0, like it is here. Kanai, great rebounding performance on the mound.
This one's fouled. And before Kimbrough had the hit, I was going to say, unfortunately, Kunimasa Suzuki would get the loss. That would be his 5th loss on the year, going 0-5. 0-2 pitch, swung on down the line, and hitting off the glove of Jones and going all the way down the line. The A's are going to score at least 1. Going from first to second is Carta, and he'll have a double. So the A's find some life, continuing the last inning with 2 outs. So there goes the shutout. The A's still have a lot of work to do if they want to make a comeback here, down by 8.
And shutout ending with 2 outs in the game is always just a tough blow to the pitchers. Can't take away the game that the Chill have thrown on the mound, particularly from Juan Martinez, but you got to give it up for Carter there, right down the line. Gavin Jones was just so close to making a diving play at third.
First pitch to Hines as he joins this team in his second game with him. Takes strike one. The runner on second, 2 outs. Missing inside for ball 1. So in back-to-back batters, Kudo Kanai was 1 strike away from ending the game. 1-1 count, 2 outs. This pitch misses low, ball 2.
And a fun little commonality between these two guys. Both have played significant time on the Chill. Hines started this year with the Chill, now against his former battery mate, and Kanai had an outing with the A's. This is Hines' second game with the A's.
This one hit up to shortstop on a hop. Digging it out of the dirt is Vince Garcia for the final out of the inning. So the A's will only score once in the inning, as that was a tough go for Kanai, but he still gets out of the inning, allowing 1 run on 2 hits and the error. And so that'll be our game. The Canada A's lose it 9-1, allowing 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. The Chill win at 9 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and the win will go to Martinez. The loss to Kunimasa Suzuki. Crouch, any parting thoughts? Game 1.
Another great pitching performance. This time it was Juan Martinez getting his second victory of the year. 6 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. Just limited hard contact, did his job on the mound, and that's a big part in this victory from the Chill. But of course, 9 runs means that the offense was firing on all cylinders, and it certainly did. Just a great all-around performance from the Chill, and a big victory for them.
Absolutely. Again, Martinez will get the win. He got 6 strikeouts, only allowing 2 hits. It was a great overall performance from Josh Sperber. I'm Andre Santa. Game 2 coming up next between the Lumberjacks and the Grizzly. The game of green coming up next here at the California Winter League.